June 6, 1944. Dawn breaks over the English Channel as thousands of Allied landing craft race toward the beaches of Normandy. Machine guns rattle from concrete bunkers. Artillery shells explode in the surf. It's the largest seaborne invasion in history, and one of the boldest. But let's change one thing. Hidden beneath a tarp on one of those landing craft sits something that shouldn't exist for another 40 years. An M1 Abrams main battle tank, a 70-ton monster from the future dropped into the fight of its life. So what happens when the most advanced tank on Earth rolls into Hitler's Atlantic Wall? This isn't your grandfather's Sherman tank. The M1 Abrams weighs 67 tons, twice as heavy as any World War II tank. It's powered by a 1,500 horsepower gas turbine engine that screams like a fighter jet. This thing can plow through obstacles that would stop an entire armored division, all while driving fast enough to overtake a Prius on the highway, 42 miles per hour. But impressive as that is, this machine is a rolling overachiever. It's equipped with a 120mm smoothbore cannon that fires rounds twice as powerful as anything that existed in 1944. Each shell can punch through concrete bunkers like they're made of cardboard, and keep going as if nothing happened. And of course, that's not all. It carries not just 40 of these massive 120mm rounds, but 3 machine guns. On top is a .50 caliber that can send you to meet your ancestors, along with 2 7.62mm guns capable of ending an entire family tree before needing to reload. But the real game changer is its armor. Chobham composite armor, layered with steel, ceramics, and depleted uranium. The front of this tank can shrug off hits that would vaporize Grandpa's pathetic Sherman. We're talking protection equivalent to over 800mm of steel. Spoiler alert, out of 50,000 Nazis, approximately 0 are prepared to fight through 800mm of armor, backed by 2 machine guns, and a cannon that might as well have been delivered from orbit. Oh, and it has thermal imaging that can spot enemies in complete darkness, plus a laser rangefinder and ballistic computer that calculates shots automatically. It can hit targets over 2 miles away while moving at full speed. Unlike the primitive weapons around it, the Abrams doesn't miss. Every time it fires, at least one Nazi disappears. In 1944, this thing is basically alien technology. Hitler's Atlantic Wall was designed to be impregnable. Concrete bunkers bristling with 88 cannons, machine gun nests covering every inch of the beach, anti-tank guns, mortars, and artillery pre-zeroed on the landing zones. The German defenders are armed with Panzerfaust rocket launchers, Panzerschreck anti-tank rockets, and the dreaded 88mm flak guns, the tank killers that terrorized Allied armor across Europe. These weapons could penetrate up to 200mm of armor, a death sentence for WWII tanks. But here's the problem. The Abrams frontal armor is equivalent to over 800mm of protection. Those feared 88s might as well be shooting spitballs. The beaches are also mined, covered in steel obstacles, and defended by battle-hardened troops who've spent years preparing for this exact moment. Omaha Beach's cliffs are packed with overlapping fields of fire designed to turn the surf red with blood. The landing craft's ramp drops. Bullets ping off the Abrams as if they were raindrops. Its engine roars to life, a sound no one in 1944 has ever heard. It sounds like a demon from hell. The tank rolls into the surf. Machine gun bursts bounce harmlessly off its hull. A Panzerfaust rocket streaks toward it and barely scratches the paint. The German gunner stares in disbelief as this monster shrugs off his best shot. The Abrams main gun swivels toward the nearest bunker and fires. The 120mm shell obliterates the concrete position in a single hit. What would have taken a full naval bombardment to destroy is erased instantly, and everyone inside is given an express ticket to the afterlife. Panic spreads. German anti-tank guns fire desperately. 88mm shells slam into the Abrams frontal armor and bounce off. At worst, the gunner inside feels like he's sitting in a massage chair. The tank never slows down. It climbs the beach as if it's a gentle hill. Steel obstacles crumble beneath it. Barbed wire disappears under its tracks. The .50 cal tears through German positions. Infantry dive for cover as tracers cut across the dawn sky. The coaxial machine gun picks off targets with surgical precision. Within minutes, the Abrams has punched a clean hole through the Atlantic Wall. Allied infantry pour through the gap, no longer pinned down by murderous crossfire. The bloodbath at Omaha Beach becomes a walkover. But there's a catch. It's still just one tank on a 50-mile front. The Abrams dominates its sector. But the invasion is happening across 5 beaches simultaneously. It can't be everywhere, and it's running on borrowed time. That gas turbine engine drinks fuel like a drunken sailor. In intense combat, it has maybe 6 to 8 hours before it needs refueling. The problem? JP-8 jet fuel doesn't exist in 1944. Neither do 120mm shells or the specialized ammo for its machine guns. Once those 40 main gun rounds are spent, it's reduced to machine guns. When the fuel runs out, it becomes a very expensive pillbox. And then there are the mines. The beaches are filled with anti-tank mines powerful enough to blow off the Abrams tracks. A mobility kill would leave it stranded where artillery could eventually destroy it. But the real impact isn't just tactical, it's psychological. Allied troops watch an invincible steel monster carve through German defenses like a hot knife through butter. Morale skyrockets. On the German side, panic spreads. Radio chatter erupts with reports of an unstoppable supertank. Officers who spent years preparing for this moment watch their plans crumble in minutes. Some defenders flee. Others surrender rather than face the mechanical demon. The 21st Panzer Division, Germany's armored counterattack force, is shattered. Their Panzer and even the mighty Tiger tanks are instantly obsolete. The Abrams can kill them from miles away, while their shots bounce off harmlessly. With the Abrams leading the charge, the Allies secure their beachhead hours ahead of schedule. Objectives that historically took days fall within hours. Utah and Omaha beaches link up on D-Day itself. Casualties plummet. Thousands of lives are saved. News reaches England and America. Morale explodes. German commanders scramble artillery and reserves to stop the supertank, weakening their response everywhere else. The entire Normandy campaign accelerates. Even with all this success, the Abrams can't win World War II by itself. It's a force multiplier, not a war winner. Germany still has millions of troops, thousands of tanks, and fortifications across Europe. The war still must be fought city by city, battle by battle. But the Abrams gives the Allies something priceless: time and momentum. Normandy could be secured faster. Paris might fall weeks earlier. The Rhine might be crossed in 1944 instead of 1945. Would the war end sooner? Maybe. Would it save lives? Absolutely. But Germany's defeat was already inevitable. The Abrams just makes victory faster and far less costly. What if the Germans capture the tank? Even a broken-down Abrams would be a treasure trove of future technology. The Allies would have to destroy it rather than let it fall into enemy hands, adding another layer of tension to the mission. In short, the M1A2 Abrams at D-Day wouldn't stop World War II, but it would absolutely stop the slaughter on the beaches. It would turn the deadliest day of the invasion into a technological turkey shoot. The Atlantic Wall, Hitler's impregnable fortress, would crumble in hours. The tank would be remembered as the miracle of Normandy, a glimpse of future warfare that changed history. For the soldiers fighting beside it, the Abrams would prove that sometimes the good guys really do have a secret weapon. But technology alone doesn't win wars. Victory still requires courage, sacrifice, and determination. The Abrams would simply make sure that courage wasn't wasted on an impossible task. Also, if you're interested in what would happen if a US destroyer fought at the Battle of Midway, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.